be open. So while that's opening, let's move to 2 and import assets and open prototype 1. Or in our case, prototype 2 because we already did 1, but we're going to abandon that so we have a fresh um, and actually functioning uh, 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 lesson. So officially, February the 12th, 2023 is the actual proper first episode of um, this program, The Joy of Game Creation. Uh, um, so now that we have an empty project open, oh boy. Uh, Now that we have an empty open, we need to import the assets of prototype 1 and open the scene. Oh boy. So let's do that. Let's maybe this one's long. Hopefully this one's long. All right, here we go.
Now that we've created our first Unity project, let's start getting our scene set up by importing the project library. Now remember, watch me before you do this yourself. In order to download our project files to get started, we'll need to use the download link in the instructions below this video. If I click on that link, it will download a zip of the starter files right onto my computer. So let's see where I saved those files. On my desktop, where I created that new Create with Code folder for my projects, you can see here I've already downloaded the project library for Prototype 1. So all I need to do is extract this folder to get the assets I'm going to use for my project. So I'm just going to right click on Prototype 1, extract all, and then it's going to select a location, which in this case is the folder that I'm already working in. So I'm going to extract, and you can see that it extracted pretty quickly. And if I go into this new Prototype 1 direct download folder, you can see here that I have the Prototype 1 starter files, and it's of type Unity package files. So this is what I'm going to use to import into my project to get set up. If I head into Unity, I'm going to go to the Assets button on my menu, go to Import Package, and then Custom Package. Now I need to find that Unity package file that I just extracted. So I'm going to go to that Create with Code folder on my desktop, go down into the Prototype 1 direct download folder, and find the Prototype 1 starter files, select it, and open it. You can see that Unity prompts you with a new window asking you if you want to import all of these different files, and we're going to need all of these for our project, so I'm going to import at the bottom of the window. Now let me show you what Unity just did. So if I get started in Unity, down in the project window down here, you can see that there's an assets folder that has a course library folder and a scenes folder. So the course library folder is what was just added into our project. And if I click into this folder, you can see that there are some additional folders for some of the props and objects that are going to be in our scene when we get started. So for example, I could go to the obstacles folder, and you can see here a list of different obstacles. And you can actually use this little slider at the bottom of the project window if you want to actually see what the models of those objects look like. So now you can see we have all these different props that we can use in our scene, like a rock or a barrier or a traffic cone. Now I'm going to show you what this actually looks like inside of Unity. So if I go back to my assets folder by selecting it on the left-hand side of the project window, I'm going to go into the scenes folder, and inside of my scenes folder, I have a sample scene, which is actually what's currently open right now, which has nothing inside of it. Or I can open up this prototype 1 scene by double clicking on it. And now inside of this prototype 1 scene, you can see that it pops up inside of this scene window here in the center of Unity. And if I just use my mouse while it's hovering over this scene window, right click and hold, I can actually move the camera that's in the scene view to see around this virtual world that we've created for you. So you can see here we have this long road. We have some of those mountains in the background. We have a pretty cool sky with stars in it. And so this will be the scene that we'll start building our first Unity project in. Now, since this will be our main scene, we actually don't need this sample scene anymore. So I'm just going to right click on sample scene and then delete it and delete the selected asset. So now the only thing that's in my Unity project is that prototype 1 scene. So what you're going to do is download the starter files for the project by using the link in the instructions below this video. And then you're going to extract that zipped folder that we gave you. And you can double check to make sure that inside of that folder are the prototype 1 starter files. Once you've unzipped those starter files, you're going to head back into Unity, go to the Assets button in the top menu, go to Import Package, and import a custom package. From there, you're going to find the folder where you extracted those starter files. So in my case, on my Create with Code Carl D folder on my desktop. And you're going to find the prototype 1 starter files Unity package file. So you're going to select it and then open it. You'll then be prompted with an import window. So in my case, since I already imported these assets, I don't have to worry about it, but you'll see a long list of different files. And at the bottom right of the window, you're going to click import. And that might take a few minutes. Once you've done that, you can head over to the project window down in the bottom of Unity, select the assets folder and go into your scenes folder. You're going to double click on prototype 1 to open it inside of your project. And then you can just right click and delete the sample scene because we won't be using it. And then if you want to explore the virtual world that we've created, you can just hover your mouse over the scene view here, right click and hold the right mouse button, and then you can move your mouse to move your camera in this virtual world. So now it's your turn.
Okay, so the timing worked out well. Unity, oops, wow, I'm so not used to this. Unity opened, and as you can see here, here we go, Prototype 2, the sample world that he was talking about. Alright, so we're going to open the assets. I already downloaded the asset pack. So all I need to do is just do as he instructed, which it's no. Oh, he did not. Okay.
Now that we've created our first unit.
Okay. Then extract the compressed folder. Oh, got it. Asset scenes. Okay. So let's go back to the prototype. Assets. Scene. Oh, create a scene. Oh, no, wait. I'm confused. Hold on a second. Project window, asset scenes, double click on prototype 1 scene to open it. Oh, I skipped a step. Oh, sorry. I forgot the import. Assets. Um, okay, yeah, import new. Maybe it's import package. Okay. Boop, boop. One star. Didn't mean to do that. Oops. Come on. Open. Okay. That's all. Yeah. All import. There. It's not. Thought it was. Okay. Double click prototype one. Let's go back to the lesson. Mm. Oh yeah, double click. Double click on prototype one. Didn't delete. Okay. Double click. There it is. And delete samples. Okay. Delete. Okay. Alright, so this is the asset pack. We have it loaded. Okay. Looking around. So cool. Okay. We're actually moving forward. Okay. Now that that's done, let's move on to the next lesson. First step is completed. Now let's add your vehicle to the scene. Now, I know, um, a lot of people wasn't like nobody's here now, so nobody was here during the first run, but it took 2 hours to get to this step on the old computer, where we're just now just tearing ass. So I I was hoping to get to Unit 2 by the end of the first day, which was impossible with the old computer. But I think that might be possible today. So we're on for until 6 o'clock. And tomorrow I'll be back also for 2 to 6. And then I'll probably be Let's Playing Tuesday through Friday at 4. Um, I got games to beat, and I want to see the fireworks and Vampire Survivors, so uh, we'll be doing that. So, excuse me, a bit thirsty. Let's move on to lesson 3. Add your vehicle to the scene. Since we're making a driving simulator, we need to add our own vehicle to the scene. 1.1. Start your 3D engines. Add your vehicle to the scene. Which somehow this was. Okay, here we go.
So now that we've added in the starter assets for our project, we're gonna go and add a vehicle into our scene. Make sure to watch me do this before you try it yourself. And just as a heads up, from here on out in these videos, I'll be using an older version of Unity. As you can see, the icons look slightly different, but otherwise everything is gonna work pretty much the same. What I'm gonna do is in the main section of our project window, I'm going to double click on vehicles, and that'll open up that folder, and that'll show us all of the different vehicles that we can use.